All right, philosophy. New schools of thought. Here's what I want you to catch up on. Schools of thought. There were the Epicureans, and Stoics. Two main schools of thought I want you to catch up on here. Epicureans, they dealt with the issue of life and how to be happy in it. And that unlike their ancestors who believed that life was to be devoted to the state, you had the state, and you were happy only as you had to sacrifice your individual self for the glory of the state. Epicureans said that the way to happiness, let's eat, drink, and be merry, because tomorrow we die. Don't worry about anything, everything that's happened. The Epicureans, eat, drink, and make merry tomorrow. The Stoics had a different take on it. The Stoics, now, when I think of Stoic, I think of the original Star Trek movies, and there was a character named Spock, the man had a pointed ear. He's a typical Stoic. Don't have any emotion, don't have any feeling, don't express any feelings. He later changed his role in some of the later episodes. But accept whatever fate befalls you, with and keep maintain the stiff upper lip. In other words, they believed that happiness was to be found in detaching your emotions or your feelings from the realities of life. Let reality be what it will. Your emotional state does not depend on the state of the world around you.
So just don't deal with realities.
What's that?
Just don't deal with your realities.
Yeah.
Which,
that's the way the book puts it. Yeah.
So emotional state does not change reality?
You may probably, let me back up. Reality does not change your emotional state. That's what I should have said. All right. Reality does not, no matter what goes on around you, supposedly you don't have to be sad about it. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to fret. Okay, I'd better. Religion. The main thing you want to get out of religion and hope is there's a group of people who rose on the scene called the mystery religions. Now, the Greeks, I've already mentioned, they somewhat questioned their old gods. They went through a period where they questioned all gods and everything spiritual. Then all of a sudden they went back and really hard and embraced new religions as the belief in the old gods faded. And these new religions sometimes are lumped together under the heading of mystery religions. Essentially, the mystery religions were called that because they had secrets, deep secrets, that only the initiated knew. And you would join, oftentimes you couldn't join, you were only joined if you were asked to, invited. And you went through the meetings and went through a secret initiation. This initiation was to guarantee you eternal life. Essentially, it was, they had a God who came to earth, died, and resurrected. Now this may sound a lot like Christianity, except there were two very big differences. But anyway, it was a lot of persons say the mystery religions paved the way for the Christian religion that was to come later. And some people say that Christianity was just another mystery religion, but with two big differences. Difference number one, Christianity had no secrets, no mysteries. They were open about what they believed. And number two, Christianity would take in everyone. Now the mystery religions would pride themselves that, oh, we have rich man so-and-so in our group. We have the mayor in our group. And they would fight with each other to see who could get the better. And they took in only the more successful, the more prosperous, the better looking, the more educated. And each group would try to outdo each other, try to get the best of the people in the community in their group. Similar to what college fraternities sometimes do, or at least did when I was younger. And similar to what the Masons do today, get you to join their group. And again, you don't volunteer to join. They invite you if they want you, only on the basis of invitation. Now, Isis. One of the main gods that they served was an Egyptian goddess, Isis. And folk about this name Isis there are rumors, and there have been rumors all my life, that ISIS is still worshipped in secret today by a lot of folk, and the name ISIS keeps appearing. Now, if you ever watched the movie Smallville, every once in a while, they wouldn't emphasize, you'd see the name ISIS on some of the store signs or some of the storefronts, and they'd show it. The International Space Station, ISS, some people associate that with ISIS, but even more recently, there's a group seated right here in Syria and northern Iraq. They call themselves, sometimes they call themselves ISIL or sometimes ISIS, that hopes to take over the world someday in the very near future. And they're a real genuine threat. They've grown really fast by leaps and bounds, and they are trying to get all the volunteers they can, particularly from the United States, and they declared war on everybody else. A group called ISIS. Again, this name has appeared from time to time throughout history, a name that just won't go away. It keeps cropping up. All right, your book pronounces it ISIS. All right, with that, unless somebody else, we must move on. Chapter 5.
So Isis is a god?
A goddess, an Egyptian goddess, whose son died, and she went around collecting the parts of her son to put them back together and managed to get her son to rise again. There have been many, many books written about Isis and the goddess's association with her son, and a lot of folks compared Mary, the mother of Jesus, to the story of Isis. So again, it keeps cropping up all the way down through the last 3,000 or 4,000 years, from the time Isis was originally worshipped in Egypt to where Isis worship spread all over the Mediterranean world and spread into the Greek and Roman world and the Hellenistic world.